my wife has the day off, and she told me she's going to take the kid to a farm, and I'm like, well, okay, you do whatever it is. She's a little young, but I guess we had a good run, and so apparently
it's a rite of passage.
It's like you want to
my kid first visit to a farm jumped off of a kind of a thing in a hayloft and into hay, unescorted. Just did it on his own. Thank God there wasn't like a pitchfork in there or something.
Or found the actual needle in the haystack.
Exactly.
So,
but yeah, I'm sure your kid will be fine.
Yeah, I mean, she's been to a farm. It was just, I kind of forgot that she had today off, and I was like, "You're gonna do what? What? You gonna take the dog? Leave him?"
Every time someone leaves the house, no matter what they're doing, like my daughter will be going to get her hair done or something. I'll be like, I'd love to get her hair done. The dog loves to go places, never gets to go anyplace.
That's the downfall of being a dog. There aren't many, but that is in fact one of them. That right. And the lack of understanding of how time works. But
as I watch my wife pick up that steaming pile of crap every morning, I think to myself, how rich would you have to be for this to be how you were treated as a human being? I mean, crazy.
Yeah, you don't have to go back too many years though.
I guess,
When did plumbing come around?
Yeah, exactly.
Prior to that, it's man, we're off to a
get it while it's hot.
Yeah, just here we are.
Good morning, everybody.
So I read a headline this morning, and I thought of you.
Okay.
And because it was Apple iPhone, 12, like running behind schedule, which is
that different. Okay, interesting. Okay, go ahead.
So there was that one, and then if you Google it, like 2 weeks earlier, it was Apple's iPhone 12 is right on schedule, not going to be delayed. And then if you go back a little bit further, it says Apple's iPhone 12 is delayed and not going to show up on time. And so, yeah.
I saw in my Google newsfeed, now I can't remember what it was because I got Apple in my head, but it was literally what you're describing, but back to back. It was the same story, and I think it was video game related. It was like something's going to be delayed, something's right on track. And I was like, I hate our industry. But I thought what you were going to say, because I'm not going to write about this. It's just too much of an early report. It's not like it's going to happen this year. But I am going to talk about it today on Windows Weekly, and I guess I'll mention it here, which is that there are reports that Apple is talking about, they're not going to say it this way, but doing a continuum type thing with the iPhone, where when you dock it, keyboard, mouse, screen, it becomes a Mac. And
oh, wow. Yeah.
If you weren't freaked out enough by what happened last week, tell me that is not exciting. Like, come on. That's amazing. And
yeah, that's scary. I mean, scary from...
I know, it's crazy. Yep, I know. And you know what else? One of the things that gets enabled by what they're doing.
You know what builds on that? You know what Apple just acquired?
No.
An enterprise device management company for their...
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I know that I've seen little stories about, AR glasses and stuff like that, but they bought in it.
I think this was last... It might have been in June. It was not long ago.
Look, I mean, there is a list a mile long of the thing that was going to kill the PC. And the truth is it's never really happened. It is important to put in perspective that the PC market is about 2/3 the size it was at its height. But I've always believed, and I still believe, that there is a kind of a plateauing effect, that, the PC as a device is essential for work. And we can talk all we want about devices and blah, 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 and everything else, but some people just need to get work done. And it seems like that number is like about 250 million a year. And it's still a sizable market, but this one's scary. So, we could go back. Chromebook and netbooks running Linux and iPad Pro, various iterations of the iPad. All kinds of things have threatened this. The web, of course, Mark Andreessen was going to reduce the PC to a poorly debugged set of device drivers or whatever it was. Windows and the PC have withstood a lot. And not always, 100%, it's staggering a little bit, but, it's still standing.
Yeah.
This should be concerning. And again, I know you don't even have a Mac. I mean, you can't really do this, but I got to tell you, not a particular fan of the Mac. The new one looks really good, like the new OS. Like it's nice.
Yeah. The question is, when does that arrive? I mean, it makes sense. I don't think anybody's all that surprised by it. Apple takes their time with this stuff.
Oh, yeah. So, well, this is something they could have been working on for a while. I mean,
I'm just trying to figure out when my career's over so I can plan
yeah, unfortunately, you're young. So, like, if everything goes south for me, I'm like, whatever. I'm going to ride this out to the sunset. It's all good. But, you know, you got like decades to go, dude. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe lawn care is in your future.
Yeah.
Cut hair at all? Do you have
could remodel basements for a living, I guess.
Remodel basements. That's probably even more viable. Yeah.
Poorly redone
Anyway,
basements.
yeah, no, it's not going to happen this year. But, and it may not happen at all. But, I mean, look, we all looked at that Continuum thing with Windows Mobile or Windows Phone or whatever and could see the beginnings of something very interesting. And at that time, you know, when they first came out with that, remember they had the dock and everything. It didn't really last, but the UWP Office apps were kind of going to be the future, you know. And you could kind of see it. Like, yeah, it kind of made some sense. I mean, Samsung has their thing that I don't remember the name of it, Dex, which is similar on top of Android. You would have thought that Google would have done something like this with Android, but they kind of went in the other direction and added Android support to Chrome OS, which doesn't help you dock a device, obviously. But I don't know. There's this dream, you know, of the one device, and it's never panned out. It's never made sense. But it remains, you know, it remains a dream. I mean,
if there's a company that's going to be able to pull it off, it's Apple. I mean, that's...
Yeah, this is the real world benefit of doing the entire stack, you know? Yep.
Yeah, well, Microsoft had it first with Continuum, and well, we know how that...
And we can add them to the, you know, the dumpster list of people that did things first and don't matter anymore, you know?
Yep. So that's that. My kid's at a farm. My career's over. It's
Wednesday. Not even halfway through the week.
Yeah. Not even. Yeah.
Well, way through the week. But...
It's not alcoholism if you start at Wednesday at noon. I think that's the official ruling. So
no, I think that literally is the definition of alcoholism. I
rationalizing your hours of drinking.
Yeah, rationalizing drinking midday or mid morning on a Wednesday. You know. Unless you work the night shift, Brad, it's not the right time to be drinking.
The nice thing about the night shift is you can usually drink at work because it's, well, nighttime. Yep, here we are, folks. This is what happens at July. It is July. Wow. July 1st.
It's July, yeah.
New fiscal year for Microsoft. Officially starting today. New budgets. New roles.
Normally, we would have, this is the, my understanding is that like Microsoft would have announced that store stuff like today or later. I suspect they were forced. Their hand was forced. Someone must have found out about it or something. But do you expect, I mean, this would be the time, right, when we start getting the bad news?
So I don't know about bad news per se, but and some of it's already like manifested. Ann Johnson announced that she took a new role. I heard that there was going to be a reorg announced potentially on the 7th. But I don't have any more details. I don't know how big. There's already been changes, so technically it's already kind of happened. But there's changes, as there is always every year with Microsoft. So
yeah,
don't be surprised if you hear about more coming out in the near future.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything specific, but yeah, this is the time of year. The lazy, hazy days of reorgs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but Microsoft announcing layoffs right now would be horrible optics for that company. Like more so than traditional layoffs. I mean, layoffs always suck across the board, but like you're a company that's bringing in record revenue every quarter, the market's in the dumpster, and then you're going to lay people off. Like that's...
Yeah, it's true.
So anyways, we'll see what happens. And then, as Paul and I chatted on Twitter, Spotify now has a couple subscriptions. What is the cost? I haven't even looked.
Cost of what?
Premium Spotify Duo. Yeah.
So normal premium for an individual is $9.99. Duo is $12.99. Families $14.99. And if you're a student, you can get a $4.99.
Oh, I should look to see about that student. Well, my wife has a .edu address, so.
Oh, okay. And you would share it, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, would share it. Yes. You know, you could also use that edu account to buy a Mac at a discount.
Yeah.
See what you missed.
Yeah, I need to start abusing that more. You know,
You know?
I really do. There's probably other benefits out there I can weasel.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So. I mean, she probably gets free Office 360 or Microsoft 365 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There must be all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what it can do for me for a car. That would be.
I don't think there's an EDU discount on cars.
There should be. How can we make that happen?
Right.
I don't know. You got anything else for today? It's
been quiet this week.
We're steamrolling towards a holiday weekend here in the U.S. So.
Oh, right. Actually, we should mention we're not going to do the show Friday because of the holiday.
We are going to do. So I don't even know if Paul knows this. We will do it live tomorrow, to whatever time we do it. Because I'm going to.
Well, oh, geez, right. So you have to do the tech tomorrow too. We could do 1:00 if you want to, but if you want to just do it in the morning, that's fine too. I don't care.
Why don't we just do it in the morning and mix it up and see how it goes? I got to set some stuff up because I'm going to try streaming it a little bit differently tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. So people be on the lookout for that if you get that alert for live stuff. We didn't screw up, at least not intentionally this time. But, it could still happen anyways.
Screwing it up? Yeah. No, it definitely will happen.
I appreciate your confidence.